What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Roland Orzabal, and more from his 2001 album Tomcats Screaming Outside. And the next tune is Day by Day by Day by Day. It speaks to the episodic, cyclical nature of human existence, which is to say, we're a species that requires sleep, and we live on a planet that spins as it orbits around the sun, so we have nights and days, and have organized our lives and societies around that cycle and that rhythm. I suppose it could be about persistence, the idea about not giving up and just continuing to work towards some goal day by day by day by day. But when I first looked at it, it made me think of domestic or quotidian experiences and rhythms and understandings, the sort of the little moments and experiences that define our lives, that are the vast majority of the substance of our lives, even if more intense and rare or anomalous experiences stand out in our memory. So I am curious, on what day by day by day by day concept, or on what level we're talking. So let's find out. This is Roland Orzabal, Day by Day by Day by Day, on the 2001 album Tomcats Screaming Outside. foremost, amazing tune, epic, down-tempo, like Sibian vibes, a tune that perhaps more vocal than a lot of tracks I use in my Ambient Excursions, but which sonically could slot into one of those mixes very easily. And yeah, I thought at one point it was like, wait, am I hearing two male vocals? Which, that could just be two Rolands, sort of arranged in the track. And then at the end there, it was like, wow, that sounds like a female vocal. But those who know the Tears for Fears deep dive know that early on, Roland did some things vocally where I was convinced, oh, that has to be a backing female vocalist. Like, no, that's actually Roland that you're hearing. So at this point, I confess complete hesitation or apprehension about making a guess in that regard. But do let me know if there was more than just Roland on the track. But the lead, which I think was Roland, those big moments, those real powerhouse vocal moments, just incredible, and just a really like sweet, soulful performance from him, but like a powerful one too. Like if I say sweet, it sounds like maybe it was like soft and intimate, but it was just a very sonorous and soulful vocal performance from Roland. So shout out to him. And as I said, the sonics are very much in a territory of great interest to me. So I love that slow but also spacey, syncopated, but with a bit of percussive bite atmosphere for the track. So really cool tune. Not quite sure what's happening lyrically, but part of that is that I was transfixed by a lot of the sonics I was hearing, Roland's voice in particular. So I'll give it re-listens like I always do. I look forward to hearing people comment. And yeah, it's been a funny thing where it's the first album that I've heard under Roland's name specifically, and yet having heard his material from the 90s when Tears for Fears became his essentially solo project, I do have a sense for his composition and his creative genius, frankly. So yeah, it's cool to go through this, but at the same time it feels like I know some of the flavors here. I know some of the sonic atmosphere here because I've heard Elemental and Raoul and the Kings of Spain. So yeah, shout out to Roland, shout out to Philip for sharing this, shout out to Kim and all the others who've commented on the Tears for Fears reactions going way back to the early days. And indeed, I think, speaking to Kim, was it Start of the Breakdown? Was that the first one that you commented on? I think that might have been it. But yeah, a number of close friends of the channel have been following for a very long time, and the Tears for Fears deep dive, so shout out to you. And again, once we finish this, we'll be on to Everybody Loves a Happy Ending. Looking forward to that. And yeah, ultimately, I did mention at some point we'll go back and do a second look journey through the tipping point, now with a greater understanding of the journey that happened up into that point, which I only had vague sketches of when I went through that album the first time, even though that was great fun to do, of course. So yeah, in any case, we'll get through all of that eventually. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.